Hey guys, welcome to Garden Chronicles. I'm Phil.
And I'm Noelle.
And tonight we are going to be calling people that have never had paranormal encounters before in their entire lives. Just want to see how that goes. Yeah, let's do this.
Bill?
Hey, is this Nick?
Yes, it is.
Nick, this is Phil from Garden Chronicles.
What's up?
Hey, you're being recorded right now. I'm just letting you know for legal purposes. What we do is we call people that have never had a paranormal encounter, and we interview them.
Is this a podcast?
This is a podcast. Yeah. It's not. So, yeah, you're the first person that picked up.
Well, that's exciting. I'm glad I did.
Yeah. So we're assuming you're probably one of our least popular guests.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay. That's usually how it goes for me.
Okay, so listen, to my knowledge, I don't remember you ever saying that you had a paranormal encounter, any kind of cryptozoological anything. Is this true?
I've had one, but it wasn't with like a mythical creature. It was more of like an apparition.
Okay, would you like to tell us your story?
If you're ready.
Hold on just a second. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, so pretty much my family has been going to Seaside Park, New Jersey every summer since, I don't know, probably about 100 years. Our oldest, everyone in my family has a shore house there, and it's just one big family reunion. But pretty much we've had one house there that's been in our family for generations, like one of the first houses built in Seaside. And it was my great-grandparents' house. And I've had a lot of family members die in there. So I don't know, what your view is on spirits and stuff like that, but I kind of have a weird theory on it to where, if there's enough trapped energy in, one action that, a person does in their time here, as far as I'll get to the point. The example being my Uncle Toby died in that house, but before he died, every single night he would walk upstairs and check on all the kids. He would just poke his head in the room and see if they were all okay. So one night I was sleeping over and it was late and I heard something coming up the stairs, and something opened the door and poked its head in and then shut the door and walked away. And it wasn't a human and it wasn't anything I've ever seen before, but it made me shit my pants. And I think it was Uncle Toby.
Wow. Well, that does not fit the description of a person that has not had a paranormal encounter, but we'll put it on the podcast anyway.
Well, I'm sorry, but that was my only.
You know what? To be honest with you, I'm kind of disappointed. That sounds like a legitimate paranormal experience.
I think here's what my belief is. I think it's we invented time. It's an illusion, you know, and there's infinite
Just Nick, just real quick. Who's we?
The human race. The human race. The human race. The human race. Yeah, that wasn't me and you specifically. We're not father and grandfather time.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it was just a parallel timeline running with ours that intersected for a second, and that was Uncle Toby.
Wow. That's like, wow.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, if he was like peeking his head in to check on the kids, he sounds like he was a pretty like nice guy, like a friendly person.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so like it was
a
like
lot of love put into that, action every night. The reason why he did it was because he cared about us and he wanted to make sure we were okay.
So you have good memories of Uncle Toby, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Okay, did you feel like scared? Like you said, you shit your pants. Did you feel scared when?
It was more just I didn't know what the hell it was. Because I knew everyone in the house was asleep.
Listen, we try to watch our language on the show. What the fuck it was?
Pardon my French.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know what the fuck it was, so I just assumed it was Uncle fucking Toby. But
okay.
Yeah, it was bizarre. It was definitely unlike anything I've ever encountered before.
Interesting. Well, that is certainly creepy. Thank you for my first interview for Garden Chronicles.
Are you guys on iTunes? Where do I download it?
We're going to be on YouTube for now. You can find us at gardenchronicles.com eventually. This is actually our first episode that you're going to be airing on. So the first website might, or well, hopefully only website, might not be up yet, but YouTube for sure.
You see, I had this idea for a podcast about how to raise weed plants called Chronicles, but I guess I can't use that now.
Oh my gosh, no, I think you could. And we could make it actually, like, we could make it kind of psychedelic. Like, I could have Garden Chronicles, and you could have Garnicles.
And Dirty Barnacles.
And Dirty Barnacles. And it could be kind of like Dr. Seuss. Dude, one of the first things I Googled when I first smoked weed was... And next up, we have Adam. We're going to be calling Adam. Adam's probably the most boring person we're going to have on tonight. So give him a listen. I still have my feelings.
Dr. Seuss was snorting Zoloft, dude. Come on. Good, how you doing?
And
good. You're on Garden Chronicles.
This has not been approved.
You're on Garden Chronicles. You're being recorded.
And I never signed a press release.
What we're doing is we're starting a podcast where we're calling people that have never had a paranormal encounter and interviewing them.
To sue me.
That's fine.
For money. In court with a judge.
But
not Judge Judy. Somebody
Garden
much
Chronicles.
less famous and much less rich.
What does that have to do with garden?
Well, essentially, you know the garden.
so.
This is for the podcast
well, you're welcome
right
for
now.
being on my show, and I hope that you have a really good night.
So
the honors are all
maybe to be
yours,
respectful
Have a
for
good
the
one.
guests,
It
we're
is.
gonna
Yeah, see ya.
we're gonna
Okay.
Love you too.
skip over that question.
Alright, cut that out.
Yeah. So, what's it like never having a paranormal experience?
Oh, man.
Is that right? Are you still there?
Yeah.
I lost you.
Okay, I'm back. It's tough, man. You know, being a paranormal enthusiast, as I am, and never having a paranormal experience.
Right.
I feel like I've missed out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think a lot of our listeners would feel that way.
Yeah.
I think that might be something a lot of people could probably relate to.
Right.
You know, I don't have a Sasquatch in my garage to study right now. You know, I'm not an expert. I don't think any of us are experts on the subject.
Yeah, I'm certainly not.
All right. Well, I think that's all the time we have tonight, Adam.
This is a really bad. This is a really bad. You should have given me some forewarning.
Adam, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate your permission to use this for the podcast.
Yeah, I did not give you my permission.
Thank you so much.
And next up, we have Troy.
Popular.
Troy, am I getting you from anything?
Nah, I'm at the Chinese Lantern Festival.
Great. Well, you're on Garden Chronicles right now.
It looks like a Pokemon. It's really cool. What's Garden Chronicles?
It's my new podcast where I call people late at night and specifically people that have never had a paranormal experience and ask them what it's like to have never had a paranormal encounter.
Well, what do you think is a paranormal encounter?
Well, any kind of like ghost or alien or Sasquatch, anything out of the ordinary that one wouldn't normally come across.
That someone would say is fake, not real, non-existent.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so I'm interviewing people that don't have any ghost stories or Bigfoot stories.
Okay, I don't have any of those.
Great. So what's it like?
To not have a paranormal experience?
Yeah.
Well, I've had spiritual experiences, but I don't know if that's considered paranormal.
No, we're talking like things that give you goosebumps in a bad way.
So what's it like to never have that?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I feel like if I had those, I'd be more unsettled generally.
Okay, so you're saying that you are grateful for your current state.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what, Troy? I think this is probably the most to-the-point interview we've done so far. We've done a handful, and I really want to thank you.
But I don't discount any of that exists, though. I think there's a lot of things that exist in the world that our mind cannot fathom, but can also fathom, but I think it only shows to certain people. And
right.
That, there's a bad stigma, I think, generally around it, but I think as humans we need to be open and accepting of many things.
Right. And here on Garden Chronicles, we actually agree with that. It's just that we're interviewing people that have never had a paranormal experience. It's not that we don't believe them. We're just interviewing people that don't have any cool stories, basically.
I would think you'd interview people that have had the experiences.
Well, you would think, but that's kind of part of the point of the podcast. Is there's so many Bigfoot podcasts. Oh, I saw the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
But who interviews the janitor? The everyday people. Who interviews the person that's flipping burgers? Nobody.
Not enough, man.
Nobody.
Not enough.
Here at Garden Chronicles, we do.
I love it.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate your time, Troy. Thank you for picking up at the Lantern Festival. It sounds really fun.
No problem at all, man. Love you, bro.
I love you, and I have your stools.
Yes, you do have my stools. You know what the problem is? I can't control my stools all the time. It's a problem in my life.
There you go. Okay,
all right,
Troy.
Phil, you have a good rest of the night, brother.
You too. Thanks for your time.
See ya.
Bye. Christian.
Yeah.
You're on Garden Chronicles.
What is that?
It's a new podcast where we call people at night on the weekend and we ask them what it's like to never have a paranormal encounter.
No, dude. I've had so many paranormal encounters. It's ridiculous.
Okay. Then you don't seem like a qualified contestant for this podcast.
Oh, man. Well, what if I lied? Could I be one?
So are you saying that you haven't had any encounters?
Let's for the argument's sake, say I haven't had any paranormal encounters.
Okay, and so...
What would be the result?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
you would be qualified to be on the podcast.
Ah, sick. No, I was haunted. I was haunted in college, and I had a ghost hunter, a junior ghost hunter trainee, actually come in. I had to fucking have him exercise my room. He was like, "Check this out, man."
Oh my. Okay, well, this does not sound like the kind of content that we here at Garden Chronicles post on our YouTube page.
That's
But you know what? We want to thank you for your time.
Dude, of course.
And we want to thank you for your
guys for calling me.
Yeah, and we want to thank you for your consent to use this for our podcast.
This is 100% consent to this. You can use all of my information that you may have already collected through third-party means.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
We hope you have a great night.
Thank you, Garden State Chronicles of New Jersey. Amen.
The end. Goodbye.